Welcome to My Money, My Story.
Part 2 of Kim and Bob's incredible journey in My Money, My Story. Now, in our last episode, we heard from Kim and Bob about the overwhelming weight of facing eviction and battling cancer at the same time. I just can't imagine going through that. What a tough situation. Now, we've learned the foundations of their amazing 16-year journey with MyBudget and how they have paid off $28,000 worth of debt in just 13 months. Now, today we pick up right where we left off and we hear about their ambitious goals for the next couple of years, plus what has made them stay with MyBudget for over 16 years. So let's jump in.
You know, potentially thinking that you might be homeless.
Yeah.
To then seeing some light at the end of the tunnel and breathing easier again, literally. Yeah. To now having the freedom and the flexibility with your money, which has then such a huge impact on your life, because the way in which you manage your money does have a big impact on the way that your life turns out. Now, that's not to say money makes you happy, but it
makes things easy.
It makes things easy. It gives you that freedom. And I think you use that word, the freedom to do things and make and buy. Like if you need something, you can just get it.
Like we had it once, the TV blew up and we were like, oh, well, we'll just get a hold of MyBudget and we'll get a new one. And we were able to do that, whereas we would never have been able to do that before. We would have been like, oh, grok, what are we going to do? You know, whereas all the kids have a TV in their room that we've been able to buy them and just the little things that, but then, you know, if the kids need stuff as well, we've been able to do it. And that was our biggest thing is we didn't want the kids to ever feel that burden.
Yeah.
And that I think is one thing like with Connor, our oldest, is that he did feel that. And we were determined when we joined MyBudget that the other three weren't going to feel that burden.
Yeah, that's amazing. And the kids, they've been able to go back to back home or back to New Zealand as well.
We've all just been back in January.
Oh, amazing.
And it was so funny. I was like, all right, so everybody's paying for their ticket and you're all going to pay. No, they paid for their ticket and then we paid for everything else because we had the money there.
Yeah.
So it was a great trip. We had so much fun.
So you were there just recently?
Yeah, in January. Yes. So we've only just been home for 3 weeks, which was great.
So good. As you know, we're going to be opening MyBudget in New Zealand very soon.
Fantastic.
So how do you think the New Zealand people, the market, are going to react to a business and a service like MyBudget?
I think that once they realise how it works and that it's with their own money and they're not like getting other people's money to do this, I think it's going to work amazingly. I think it's going to change people's lives. New Zealand's really, we've really noticed the last couple of times that we've been home, the oppression that's there. The wages are lower, the price of living is higher, the housing crisis is crazy, they're getting more and more homeless. And I just think that once people are introduced to the company, MyBudget, and they start to realise what it can do for them and how it can change their life and it can be an amazing company for them in their lives, I think it's just gonna go through the roof.
Yeah,
I really believe.
I believe so too, because I think, like what you said before, impact. I like that word. That's, I've got young people that I look after some in the church, and they are coming up and they're training like it's everything in life is change. So for me to want to impact them, I have to be in the right space. And when we talk about our lives here, our vulnerability, we want them to understand that we're not just talking about New Zealand because, but I think coming from a family of Pacific Islanders, we have that same mentality of the spending, of seeing that not having before, but now you have it, so you spend just because you have it, and then find yourself in that hole where, how can I get out? And MyBudget came in at the right time, seeing us in that space, in that hole where they just, when we rang, you didn't say, no, sorry, we can't, if the shoe was on the other foot, I don't think we'd be sitting here and talking about this.
Yeah.
But MyBudget stepped in at the right time for us. And I know many New Zealanders in the same space.
Yes.
And we're not taking away from you, you know, your manhood or whatever it is, but it's the helping hand, that ladder that, you know, can reach out to you in that space that, okay, you can get out from there with your own money, with, you know, with your own story.
Yeah.
And that's going to help you out.
Well, that's what we hope to be is, you know, our client's financial partner. We don't want to take over. We don't want to take control. We want you to feel like our clients are in control
and that
of
is,
their
we
money.
are in control of the money.
That's right.
And that's what I love about it is like you, what I love is that we make sure everything that needs to be paid is paid. But there's, like I said earlier, that there's always a bit of savings. There's always a bit of surplus. There's always a little bit of something for us as well. So you're not just feeling like you're constantly paying this and paying that and paying that. There's always a little bit of something for you. And I think in New Zealand, we need that. We need a little bit of that.
A little bit of a push.
Yeah, just so that there's something else there. So if you want to take the kids out for KFC, you can take the kids out for KFC. If you want to go down to the pools, you can go down to the pools because there's just not the extra money, just that little bit of extra there.
Yeah.
Instead of, I think so often, and especially in New Zealand with the wages the way they are, they just feel like they're getting in one hand and it's out the other and they're getting nothing left over. So they do what we did and just spend it anyway because, well, we're not getting anything from it, so let's just spend it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think they'll learn with my budget that you can actually pay everything and still have something for yourselves as well to use for your free time.
Yeah.
Your fun time.
And guilt-free as well.
And guilt-free.
Yeah, I really hope that I believe there are a lot of families that will benefit significantly from our service in New Zealand. So I just really hope that they follow in your footsteps and are courageous enough to say, put their hand up and say, and even if they don't want to use the word help, I need some help. I just want to find out more about this.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're not missing out on how their life could change so profoundly.
I've told so many people in New Zealand about my budget, and I've been saying for years, I can't wait for them to get there. I cannot wait for them to get in New Zealand.
I'm so glad we're finally doing it.
Yeah,
Given we had a conversation
10 years ago, I spoke to you when you answered the phones once, and we spoke about it then. So I'm so excited.
I mean, it's been on the cards for a very long time, so I am super excited about this because I think it can be life-changing for for people in New Zealand.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
So you guys have been using the MyBudget service and been with us as clients for 16 years.
16 years, yeah.
So thank you for trusting us and believing that we were the right solution for you guys.
Yeah.
Because it's really important to have that partnership. So over that journey, I'm sure there's been some significant milestones.
Yeah, well, the first one was that we had $28,000 worth of debt and it was paid off in just over a year. Which was amazing.
Yeah, that was mind-blowing.
That was mind-blowing. We did not think that would ever happen. And then through that, we've had multiple holidays throughout Australia, New Zealand, Vanuatu. We've been able to get the kids' cars and help them out with that. Later on, we also got consolidating loans with MyBudget. We've had a personal loan. So Amazing. They were able to help with that as well. And that was all paid off very easily.
How was that experience with MyBudget loans?
Oh, amazing. So
going through
easy.
Getting your car loan and
so easy.
Loan. Yep. Yeah. Great.
We had one of the recent ones we actually needed to go to New Zealand pretty quickly. We had some issues and we also needed a car for one of our kids. So we rang them. They were great. They were like, yep, no worries. They were on it straight away once I explained what was going on from start to finish, 5 days.
Amazing.
For the money to be into our account. And it was all done and dusted. They just make the experience really easy.
Yeah.
You ring them. We talk through what it is. They go through their partners and send us our options. We decide which works for us better. They talk us with it as well, what they think with our with MyBudget, what's going to work with it. And then, the rest is done.
Because debt is not a dirty word. There is a good good place for debt when you need it in those emergencies.
Yes.
And if you can afford it, like you guys could, because we would have checked your budget first. We would have made sure everything was affordable, had a really sharp competitive interest rate. Then that is what debt is there for. Not necessarily to be living off to pay your bills because you haven't budgeted, which you guys obviously got way past that. But it's important for, I guess I'm talking to the person that might be listening now who might be feeling a little bit of shame around having debt. There is no shame there. It plays a part and there is a role for it. And there's always a reason why people find themselves in debt, like yourselves initially. And then when you needed, that last minute trip.
Yeah, that's right.
An emergency trip to New Zealand, that you can access that.
Yeah. Yeah. I also want to say, like, we've got a lot of friends that we've actually introduced to MyBudget that are now MyBudget clients, and they love it.
Fantastic.
And not all of them were like us. Not all of them were like in a financial dire space. They had money and they had good jobs. They just weren't getting ahead. They couldn't seem to make the money work for them. So we've had a few couples like that as well that we've had join MyBudget, and they're doing really well. And then we've got other families that are like us that were really struggling and they've joined it and they've done the same as us, and they've come out the other side. And it's it's so funny. We all get together and we talk about our stories, and it's awesome.
And when you referred us on to your friends, did they say, because this is what I hear quite a bit, they say, oh, I don't think I'll be able to afford that if they're feeling like they're struggling already, or, I mean, not necessarily for those that weren't and just wanted to do better. And how did you handle that?
Well, when we first joined, and I found out about it and I was like, how much it was. I was like, I'm going to work this out I actually did it over a 12-month period of what it was going to cost me and what it was costing me, and overdue fees and late fees and interest payments. I was actually saving money by joining MyBudget.
Amazing. I love that.
We were saving a lot of money because of being with MyBudget than what we were spending on interest.
Incredible.
Yeah. There was interest for the credit cards was much higher than what we were paying for MyBudget.
Yeah, so that's great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Some people have asked me, we've been here for 16 years. Why are you still with MyBudget? Why are you still, the fees and things? And I'm like, well, why wouldn't I? I don't have money issues. I don't have sleepless nights. I have someone else that's there to help me with my budget. I mean, I feel that I am in a good space, and I don't know if I would have that without MyBudget. I would probably still be a lot of the same old bad habits, whereas MyBudget has taught me great habits. And I believe staying with them is keeping me accountable for my habits. And I think I love ringing the people. They've always got great ideas. Yes, if we are like, they'll talk to us, oh, we've noticed this change in the budget, or, you've got a little bit more here. Did you want to put that towards something? Would you like to save something? I probably wouldn't have thought of those things. So they've always been really good to help us out. The team's always been really good at picking stuff up that we miss.
I like the fact that she comes to me and says, oh, MyBudget said that we can save for Easter or for Christmas. There's money there for that. And I was like, okay, there's money for Christmas. There's money for, they see all that space.
Things that we wouldn't think about.
They take the burden in that sense, which is different, which is good.
Which is great because, and the reason we're able to do that, and even yourselves through the app, is the visibility that you get when you're looking forward. That's how you can then start to make some good or better financial decisions.
For the future instead of the now.
Let's put the money in for Christmas and the kids' birthdays, and you can actually see all of that is affordable. And I think that a lot of people don't realise is that forward-looking 12-month view is significantly life-changing.
Yeah, and I love doing that. I love getting on there. I get on there often and look at the 12-month view, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that, what we've got at the end of that year. It's amazing to see that we're not in the red, we're in the black, and it's really looks good. Like next year, we are really hoping for the end of next year, because both times I've had cancer as well 8 years ago. So every time we've kind of like gone, oh, let's buy a house, we've had a medical issue or there's been stuff happen. And now we're in a place where we can actually buy a house at the end of next year.
Amazing.
And I don't think our kids are ever shifting out. They're coming with us to the new house. So we need to own our own house. So with my budget, I can look at that in the 12 months and go, yes, that's doable. That's what's going to happen.
So we'll have to do a follow-up with you guys. And you have to send us photos of where you are in the next 12 months, because it sounds like your trajectory is really positive.
Yes.
And you guys have just been incredible to speak to. Like I said, the emotion, I think this might be the first time I've cried or nearly cried in a podcast. I didn't want to ruin my makeup. And just how open and honest and candid you are. And I just want to say, well done to you both. You've been through a lot, but you've come through the other side. You're so happy and positive, and you give off such great energy.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really excited for people to hear this podcast because of just how amazing your story is, but not that, just how incredible you are as humans.
Thank you.
So for that, we really thank you for joining us today here on the podcast.
Well, we just want to say thank you to you, Tammy, because if you hadn't had the foresight to do what you've done, I don't know. I don't know where we would have ended up. And I don't know whether we would have lasted as a couple. I don't know what would have happened with our kids. And we're really grateful for MyBudget. Like, it changed our life. It did change our life.
I believe that too. I believe that what you did when your humble beginnings, when you spread your papers at the table to sort out your bills, sort out the stuff, and moved on to your friends and moved on to the public. Yeah. If you didn't do that,
we don't know.
We don't know.
It's because of people like yourselves and clients like yourselves that I started this business, because it certainly wasn't an easy journey. It wasn't, like it was mortgaging my house. It was, taking risks. There was no working from home, having a couple of young kids, trying to do stuff, take phone calls on a flip phone, locking myself in the wardrobe so that no one can hear the screaming kids. But I knew every single step was worth it because I saw the change in people's lives. I saw the difference it was legitimately making. And I can say that, but until you hear a client's story, you don't really know what I'm talking about. And I say that to my team that are not client-facing at MyBudget. If you really want to know what we do, you need to go and sit in an appointment or listen to an appointment, and you'll see it and you'll feel it, and then it'll click. You'll go, I know. And I encourage my team to do that regularly so they're not losing touch, or they can create that touch and that connection.
I love that.
With our clients. And that is why I love doing these podcasts and sharing these stories. And our team listen to them as well, because it really connects you to what we're doing. And there are hard days and there are good days. But on those hard days, I think about people like yourselves, our clients. And that is why we do what we do every single day, because we get to change people's lives. And in a way, I always say it's kind of selfish because you feel so good. Like, I actually sit here and I feel so proud.
I'm so glad
of my team and everybody that has contributed to your journey, because I can see the change.
Yeah.
You obviously know it, feel it. But that really makes me feel proud. And obviously I didn't do this on my own. I've done this with a team of people that have helped me and supported me. But they're not really helping and supporting me. Ultimately, they want to help and support our clients, and that's why they are there.
Well, we met a lot of the team today in the office, and they are amazing human beings. They really are.
Yeah.
I think we attract the good ones.
Yeah,
we really
do. I think you do. Yeah, I think you do.
So as part of the My Money, My Story tradition, there's a few questions that we like to end the podcast on. And the first one is, what in life are you most grateful for?
My husband and my kids, and getting to where we are. Yeah, I'm so grateful for that.
I'm grateful that MyBudget has given me that opportunity to be able, now I can teach my kids, and even they see it in our lives every day, that we are able to spend money wisely. So everything now I see in their patterns before they go out and do stuff, they calculate everything. It's taught them to budget. It's taught them to, that it's okay to ask for help. There's no such things as you don't have to, because, you're going to be considered this, but it's okay to reach out because there are people like MyBudget that can help you when you're in debt, when you're struggling. So for me, the goal is to if I leave, this world, I know that my kids are in a better space because of the confidence that you guys did for us.
Well, thank you. That is really beautiful. And I think it's a really beautiful message to others as well, to feel okay with asking for help, but also so beautiful and caring, both of you, about your children and their future and what you're teaching them. And I do often say it's actually not just our clients that we're impacting. There's a ripple effect.
Oh, yes.
It's their brothers, sisters, children, parents, friends and family. And that is why our purpose at MyBudget is to eliminate financial stress in the community.
Yeah.
Because it has a real big community impact. If you've got one sibling or a child or a parent that is under financial stress, it impacts them too.
Yeah.
And so by removing that for our clients, this also has a halo effect really on others that are around them, and most importantly, their children.
Yeah.
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 A final question here. If you had a billboard, so think about a billboard on the side of the street, what message would you want to put on there for the world to see?
Enjoy life. Enjoy freedom. My money, my story. So it's my money. It's my story.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have stories. Money has a story. Money has bodyguards. Money has other things. But my story is my story.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's my money, my story makes sense, makes a powerful statement.
So that would be on the billboard.
My money, my story.
Love it. I love it.
Are you?
Oh, look, mine's a little bit different. I would probably go God first, MyBudget second, both equal freedom.
I mean, that's pretty impressive if we're right behind God. Thank you.
For us, that's what happened, that's how that's basically us. We are pastors and we're elders in the church, and then MyBudget made sure we were still here. And if anything, it's given us opportunities to help. Like if you look through our budget, we're able to give to things through our church as well, and for charities, which we love doing, the homeless, and we've been able to give it back and pay it forward because of MyBudget. Whereas before, we couldn't do that. Yeah. So for me, it would be God first, MyBudget, both equal freedom.
Oh, thank you. That was very kind words, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wow. I mean, Kim and Bob's story, it's such a powerful reminder that everyone's money story is different. But not only is it about the numbers, it's about finding the right structure that you need with your finances so that you can live your life on your terms and focus on what really matters to you. Whether it's paying down debt, and in their case, paying down $28,000 worth of debt in 15 months, to taking now dream holidays, they have really shown us what seems impossible from the start can actually become possible with the right help and the right tools. Now, if their story inspired you, know that it's never too late to make a change. That first step, take it, ask for help, and get the support you need. Your future self will thank you for it. So thanks for tuning in to My Money, My Story, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us today. To hear more about our stories and budgeting tips, head to mybudget.com.au to check out our resources there. We've got free budget plans that you can download. And if you're interested in taking that next step so you can start living your life free from money worries, just give us a call and book in your free appointment. It won't cost you anything but your time.
MyBudget Australian Financial Services Licence and Australian Credit Licence number 391759.